Hello, my YouTube friends. It's Brian with BG Model Workshop, and we're starting off with some more shop cards. So thank you very much, James. I appreciate this card. I really love the color you got going on this this Nomad delivery here. And if you guys don't know it, James has been building since 1960, so he's been in the community for a good long time. And I always look forward to watching his posts and stuff because James just seems like he's just the nicest guy. So thanks again, James. Appreciate that, as well as the sentiment on the back of the card. I appreciate that as well too. And then we got young Grayson at It's a Snap, and young Grayson does snap kits, and it's a lot of fun watching him be excited about what he's building. And it's also a lot of fun watching his dad try to keep him on track. So it's a good time all around. So check out one of his episodes if you guys can. And thank you very much, Grayson. And thanks again for the custom signature, buddy. That's pretty cool. Thank you. And then here's Grayson's daddy, the Godfather, Bernie. Thanks for the card, Bernie. I appreciate that. And I hope you guys are staying cool down there in Florida. All right. So today's update is about working out of our comfort zone. And what we are working on is definitely out of the comfort zone, because we are working on a submarine. I can't get the whole box in the shot. It's a 1/350th, so it's pretty good size for a sub kit. I guess it's like middle of the road size, I suppose. But turns out this says Atlas up here in the corner, but what it really is Micromir, and these guys are based in the Ukraine. And I got this kit from the Amazon, and actually it's a pretty decent little kit. It wasn't too much, and we got free shipping because we got, I don't know, my wife ordered lotion and a bunch of other junk along with it, so got free shipping and all that jazz. But the instructions are really nice, nicely done. And then there's two different languages here, Ukrainian and then English. And I had to do some digging online to find out exactly where these guys are actually based. Everything that I saw, they sell all over the world, of course, but everything I saw just led back to their catalogs and not really talk about the company themselves. But paint-wise, we're going to just follow the directions here and do the darker top hull with the anti-fouling on the bottom. And then decal work is going to be really straightforward also. Now this is the George Washington boat, and my uncle served on the, I got a hat patch here, the Robert E. Lee. And you notice it's a 601, but it's the George Washington class boat. And in the decal packet, is this right side up? Yeah. Someplace in here, because it's tiny and white on white with a white background, is actually his boat number along with the boat name. And so that's going to be awesome. I don't have to custom make any decals for this at all. So if you want a Cold War era submarine, the Ukraine apparently happens to be pretty well informed for that stuff. Kind of interesting, right? Also, this kit has photo etch. I was kind of surprised to find that, but it's got photo etch props, and I really think that's awesome. According to the instructions, this one here is for the earlier version of the boats, and this one here is for the later version of the boats. And I believe they all were produced with this style prop, and then later on were recalled and refitted with this style prop here for a better hydrodynamics and such. But sadly, the Robert E. Lee is no longer in commission. That was decommissioned in the mid 1980s, and that's when my Uncle Robert, my Uncle Bob died, and excuse me, not died, but retired, I should say. And he did pass away this last October, and that's the whole reason why we're doing this build. Here's the what I got so far. Let's see if I can't. There we go. Makes that truck look huge, doesn't it? But it's a very nicely done kit. The the mold lines on it are very, very faint. We'll see if we can get a little close up. Very faintly done. And so here's the missile hatches here, amidship. And what the U.S. would do was they would take a hull, cut it in half just after the conning tower, add in a section, and then weld it all back together again to make it a missile boat. And my Uncle Bob was chief of the boat for a number of years, up until his retirement. And I know some of you guys out there are Navy, but if I remember correctly, chief of the boat, or the cob, was the closest thing you could get to God for the enlisted men. As a matter of fact, the only person he reported directly to was the captain for a number of things, especially for disciplinary action and recommendations for the crew. And we heard a lot of stories about how my Uncle Bob was pretty well liked amongst his crew. So this one's for you, Uncle Bob. We're doing the Robert E. Lee, and we're going to do this in a display case, and I have that here. This isn't the actual case we're going to use, because this case has been around for quite a while, and you might be able to see on camera how messed up this case is. But I know that we can still buy these, so that's good. So what I've been doing with this is tinkering around with how we're going to do the display. I'm thinking kind of like at an angle here, so because it actually does fit until I put on the tail cone with the prop, and then it doesn't fit. So, and then this is a styrene base, so I can probably be able to cement this down and it'll stay put and everything. But the hat patch does get lost on this dark field. So we're thinking about possibly doing, you can get those sheets of basswood at the hobby stores, right? So I'm thinking about maybe doing standing up some basswood, putting that down on top of this, and then doing a cutout for the sub base so I can glue that directly to the base, or maybe even screw it, depending on how it goes. And then that'll help the patch actually stand out a little better. So I've got a lot of ideas on how that's going to go, and I'll keep you guys posted on this and everything. And this is going to be for his memorial service that's going to be taking place in May, and that's my deadline. I've got exactly 40 days to get this done before we have to leave for California. And this is going to go with us, and I'll present this to my aunt Joanne, Uncle Bob's widow, and well, hope she likes it. I wanted to build this for him personally, but I didn't get a chance to do that before he passed away. So it breaks my heart that I don't have a chance to actually give this to him personally, but I'm sure he's someplace up there and he appreciates it. So this is for you, Uncle Bob. All right, guys, sorry to be such a downer about this, but the weekend's coming up. I hope everybody has a good time this weekend. Get some bench time in if you can. And if you're on the East Coast, try and stay warm. All right, guys, take it easy.